Hey you guys, this is Sharae, and today I'm coming to you with a real talk video. And I know what you guys are thinking. In her last video she just said that if she doesn't wear makeup or she barely wears makeup, I'm like fully beat up in a makeup way because I had a photo shoot today, so that's why I'm like all did up and to the max. So shout out to my makeup artist for the day, which is Sugar Honey Iced Tea. And also shout out to my hairstylist, Styles by V. I'm putting the links for them so that you guys can find them on Instagram if you're looking for them. Really great stylist and makeup artist. But anyway, let's get into the video. How to break into the fashion industry. I was asked a question by one of my YouTube viewers. I would love to become a clothing stylist, but I don't know exactly where to start. I think I would start with myself, then move on to other people. Are there any tips that you can give me? I took so long to respond to this question. She sent this to me about a month ago, and I usually try to respond really fast, but I had been kind of thinking of what I wanted to say in the video because the question was so good, and it's not something that I just want to type in, you know, a way that I would answer the question. I would answer this question in a video. So that's what I made this video for. Great question, and let's get to it. How to break into the fashion industry. So to start you off with breaking into the fashion industry, it's levels to this ish, okay? It's levels to breaking into the fashion industry. Now, maybe if you're lucky, you know somebody that knows somebody, you can just go right through. But like I said, it's levels to this ish. So remember that. Alright, so starting off on the first level, which is personal. So your personal level is basically just you perfecting your craft and being more knowledgeable about your craft. So like the young lady that asked me the question, she said she wants to style. If you want to style, study, you know, different stylists. Just like, for example, June Ambrose is a stylist that I follow on Instagram. Follow stylists on Instagram. Jay Nice or Jay Nice is another one that I follow, and she styles. You know, just see what their life kind of consists of, what kind of stuff they do. You know, do your research if this is something that you really want to do. Always read magazines. It keeps you up to trends and, you know, what's popular, what's in style, what's not, how to match stuff up. Just always kind of educate yourself because the fashion industry is a very fast industry and it's forever changing. So you just want to stay up to date and in the know about everything that's going on in the industry because it can change so fast. One day something can be all the rage and the next day it can be out, which is a fad. But that's the fashion industry. But basically it's a lot of things that you can do on your personal level. You can start a blog like I did and kind of get your name out there more. You can just practice, you know, styling yourself and showcasing that to the world. You can read magazines like I said. Practice styling like Polyvore. If you guys have ever seen or used that app, it's basically like you have, it's like the world of clothes and you style them in your own ways and stuff like that. You know, just test your creativity and see what you come up with and show people. I have a friend, she's a the Polyvore queen in my eyes because she can do guy looks and girl looks and they're always so cute, and it lets me know that she can style. So I would definitely say, you know, do some Polyvore looks and, you know, even make maybe an Instagram page of your Polyvore looks to inspire other people, and you know, they'll start seeing you as more credible as a stylist or whatever you're trying to be in the industry. Do things personally that'll show people, okay, oh, she can style, or oh, she can design. Branding yourself, make business cards. Take yourself very seriously if this is something that you want to do. For example, I went out and made business cards for my website and my Instagram and all of that good stuff, my brand Sharae, because I want people to take me seriously. So when I say I'm a stylist or I'm a fashion blogger, it's not just me just saying that. I have actual proof. Here's my website, go check it out. And also read. Like I said, You want to be very knowledgeable about what you're doing. And one read that I have that I've been reading lately is called In Fashion. It's by Anne Marie Iverson, and this book is, I haven't read the whole book, but from what I've read so far, it's basically your fashion Bible. And it's for all different realms of the fashion industry. For designers, celebrity stylists, models, makeup artists, editor-in-chief, photographer, accessories buyer, window dresser, fashion PR, sales, showroom sales, art director, online fashionista, booking agent, fashion editor. Like, it's something for pretty much everyone that wants to break into the fashion industry. And like I said, it's like the fashion Bible, so you might want to go check that out or read it. They have a survey in it that you take, and it basically tells you which direction you're going in, and it kind of based on your characteristics and the way that you answer the questions. And then it also has interviews from different people in the fashion industry in different types of jobs within the fashion industry, so you can kind of see the things that they went through and their experiences, their rises and their falls, their highs and their lows. It's a great book so far. I'm still in the process of reading it because I'm in school too, so it's like I have to find time to, get in this book sometime. But it's a really great book so far because it's not a fairy tale book where it's just like, oh yeah, I just magically, got a job, blah, 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 or I just knew the right people. No, it talks about the struggles of getting fired sometime and then coming up, or maybe that job wasn't meant for you and then you find a job that is. So definitely check out this book, In Fashion, because that's something that you want to read. You might just spark up something that you might find out something that you didn't know, or you might find out that you're really meant to do something that you didn't think that you were originally meant to do. So you learn a lot from reading. The next level I would say is locally. Locally, you want to get your name out there and expand your brand. I would say that you would get your name out more by doing things like joining clubs at your school. If you're in college, join, the college fashion club, style for fashion shows around the campus, get jobs in the fashion field. For example, I'm in the fashion club Hemline at my school. Honestly, I did not know about this club until my sophomore year when I discovered that I wanted to be a fashion major. And this club has brought so many opportunities to me. So many things have came in my pathway that I would have never even realized, or I didn't even know about. Like, for example, NOLA Fashion Week. I got involved with that my freshman year. Not my freshman year, the first year that I joined Hemline. I got involved with fashion shows and all kinds of stuff. Just dipping into everything that I can get my hands on, because if this is something that you really want to do, you really want to get involved, because the more that you do, the better you can expand your portfolio and the more credible you'll be in the fashion industry. And being in Hemline is like I said, it's been very helpful. I get emails all the time. I got an email from BCBG. I got an email from Michael Kors, and these two were just recently, but I get emails from them all the time. But a maternity store, got an email about working in that store. And these are stores that won't just hire you. Like Michael Kors and BCBG, they're not just hiring anybody, but they're seeing that, okay, you're in the fashion club, this is what you do. You might want to work in our store. You're the type of person that we want. We want people that, really want to do this. So join a fashion club if you have one at your school. If you don't know, find out. And if you are not in school, just try to see what's going on fashion-wise. Just do your research. Also, volunteering. Like I said, I volunteered for NOLA Fashion Week. I met a lot of people there, and you also want to tweet, like tweet and hashtag, because they had people like big name people seeing me tweet and hashtag NOLA Fashion Week, and they were tweeting back to me like, oh, thank you so much for helping. And so that's a big deal, because these big name people are tweeting back to me telling me thanks for helping. Maybe I might follow them, and they might follow me back, or I might write to them or email them, and we might keep a connection going on and keep networking. But you won't know that until you reach out and connect with these people and join these clubs and volunteer and do their work. And make sure you have your business cards on deck. If you're at NOLA Fashion Week and you're meeting all these big name people, pass them business card. Oh, I'm a stylist. I love to match your pieces up in a fashion shoot or whatever. And take any opportunity to meet people in the industry. For example, Anthony Ryan, all Project Runway All-Stars, he won. And when I found out about him and how he went to LSU, he was an alumni, I really wanted to meet him every chance I got and work with him every chance that I could get. And I did. I met him doing a vintage sale. And I was working the vintage sale, but I talked to him a little bit and met him. That was my first time meeting him. And then I met him again. He came on campus to watch Project Runway, so he watched the show, and I got to talk to him some more and ask him a couple of questions. And then I got to work with him for the launch of his fashion line and the finale of Project Runway last year. So that was very, very exciting. And he won Project Runway All-Stars, so that was a very exciting experience, and I was so glad to be there. It was in the newspapers. I got pictures with him and that night, and I was very excited. And it's like, you want these people to win, because when they win, you win. So you want to, help them reach their heights, because believe it or not, they're actually helping you reach your heights. Like putting that in my portfolio, like, oh, I worked with Anthony Ryan Ald, and I helped him out during this time, and then he wins Project Runway. That makes you look better, because you worked with him or you helped him. So make sure you just put yourself in a position where you can help these people and help yourself at the same time. And then jobs. You want to search for jobs. Well, something that I found out was this website called stylecareers.com. I love the website because basically it's a website. It's kind of like Monster or a career search engine. It's like the classifieds for fashion, and it's just fashion. And that's what I love about it, because you're not seeing jobs about McDonald's or engineering or construction or anything like that. It's all fashion jobs. You have retail, sales, styling, designing, different jobs, and you search for the job that you're trying to find, the location, and it's easy as that. And a lot of times, you see the criteria that you need for the jobs. Even if you're not looking for a job at the time, it's nice to just go through and look at, your future job or your dream job, so you can see what kind of requirements they're looking for, and you can get that together in enough time that you need to, for the time that you're going to be looking for that job. And also just make those connections every day. Just go to class. If you're a fashion major, go to class. Get really close to your professors, because your professors are your keys to the fashion industry as well. They've been in the fashion industry, they know the fashion industry. For example, one of my teachers, Dr. Matthews, she has worked in every realm of the fashion industry that you can think of. Nordstrom, CoverGirl, and she's really down to earth. She's always talking to me and, hey Sarah, you coming to the Him Learn meeting? She's just really cool and down to earth. You really want to get cool with these people, because you're going to be having a lot of classes with the same teachers a lot of times. I know I do. I have the same teachers over and over once you get higher into your major. And also, you want to sit in the front, show them that you're really dedicated. I sit in the front row in all my fashion classes, because I really want my teachers to know my face. And if I ever come to you like, man, I want to go to New York, but I don't know anyone or any jobs, do you know any connections? They'll be more likely to help me, because they know my face, and they know how dedicated I've been in class. Also, whenever you have guest speakers coming to your class, make sure that you are there, because that is very important. For example, we had a guest speaker who was a buyer from New Jersey, and she came and spoke to our class. And you also, you know, want to reach out to them and kind of talk to them a little more. After she talked to our class, you know, class was dismissed, and she went into the next room for anybody who had questions. And believe it or not, it was like 2 or 3 people who went into the next room, and I was one of them, because I'm going to speak to you and you're going to remember my face, and you're going to know that I was interested in what you had to say. Even if I said, you know, you had a great presentation or you have a really cool job, I'm going to talk to you so we can get some interaction going, maybe slip you my business card, tell you my career goals, you know, get your advice, because you're already in the field. So I want to get some insight from you, because you already are on the right path, and that's the path that I'm trying to get on. So, and believe it or not, that really is beneficial, because I went next door and I spoke with her, and you know, she was talking to me and I was asking her some questions, and she ended up giving me her business card, and she's the vice president, DMM, of Ladies Shoes for Burlington. So she goes and she chooses, you know, the shoes to buy and all that kind of stuff. And she was telling me about the internships that they're having, and whenever they have internships and they really like their interns, they automatically want to give the intern a job. So that's a job fresh out of college that you'll have. But you gotta make those connections if you want to get there. So this is just an example, the vice president. So it's like you want to talk to these people because they made time to come out and talk to you all the way from New Jersey to come talk to our class. So definitely want to show them that you appreciate them coming, and let them know what you are about and what your goals are, and if they know anybody or if they can help you. So that was locally. The next stage, or the next level, is on the map. Now, on the map, this is the hardest level I feel to get to, but if you're working on your personal self, you're getting more known locally. When you get known locally, people are going to reach out to you anyway. For example, I was at a party one time, and someone from a club came up to me and they were like, you know, we're having a fashion show coming up. It's our first time doing a fashion show, and we would really like you to help out. We know you do fashion and you style and all that great stuff. So, you know, we would like you to get involved and help us out. So, I mean, when people are coming up to you, approaching you about it, that means that you're doing a good job on that first level, which is personal and showcasing your work and perfecting your craft. So now, the third level, which is on the map. On the map is when you want to get those internships, field studies, traveling, meeting all these people. You have to know what's going on, shadowing people, you're networking. LinkedIn is very important. Just for example, that lady who I told you I met who came from New Jersey, she gave me her business card. If I really want to further the relationship, I can go find her on LinkedIn, write to her again, thanks for coming to speak to our class, and keep that connection going, or connect with her and network with her and keep that connection going. Because I mean, she already gave me her number and her email. She was like, call me anytime. You know, you can email me if you have any questions. So that's the type of connections that you want to have with people like that. And she's in New Jersey. She may have connections in New York. You never know. So, and even if it's not anything that you're interested in doing, maybe she knows people in the field that you are interested in doing. So just keep those connections and build them. You know, keep the momentum going. Internships, you definitely want to do those. Field studies. That's when you learn a lot, and you really want to get involved with those if you can. And also moving. Another thing that I wanted to show you guys, like I said, in the first level, magazines are very important. Magazines is very important for 1 and 3 when you're trying to build yourself personally, and also when you're trying to get on the map, because this is another example of how beneficial reading magazines are. This is Cosmo and CFDA, which is Council of Fashion Designers of America, and Cosmo put together a career summit, a fashion career summit, and basically it's where you design your dream career. And it's like a really great opportunity. And when I saw it in the magazine, I was just flipping through it and I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, it's in New York though. I'm in Baton Rouge. It's in New York. It just was kind of like, man, you know, but if it's something that you really want to do, you're going to make your way to New York. If you got to search plane flights to meet people that you need to meet, do that. And it was only $35. And with that $35, your breakfast, your lunch, and the networking reception was included. And, you know, when I seen it, I was about to hop on it. I went on the website, sold out. But I waited a long time to read this magazine because I was so busy. But I mean, that's why you have to keep up with your magazines. Also, like I said, moving, like I mentioned before, New York, LA, Atlanta, all those different places are the known places for the fashion industry. So if you really want to get into the fashion industry, maybe even move, you know, you can't be scared. You have to jump out there and you have to do things that you might not be comfortable with doing. But I mean, if that's something that you really want to do, you have to do it. So that's my tips for breaking into the fashion industry. Like I said, it's levels to this ish. But once you go through the levels, level 1 personally, level 2 locally, and level 3 on the map, they should all work together simultaneously. Don't stop working on either one of the levels. Try to keep going. Even if you're at level 3 and you're on the map, still try to work at level 1 and build yourself up personally. So that was my tips. And also, don't think that you have to be in college to make it into the fashion industry. It just makes things a little bit easier in my opinion, because if you're already in college, you have those resources and, you know, the network opportunities. It's just a little bit easier if you're already in college and you have that major and those resources are offered to you. So that was all I had to say, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I had so much to say, but I just really wanted to give you all guys all I had. I hope I answered your question to the young lady. And anyone else, if you have any more questions, write to me, email me. My website is www.sierrasharae.com. And if you have any more questions, go to Ask Sierra Sharae, where you can ask me anything and I will try to answer it as truthfully as I can. Also, my Instagram and my Twitter, Sierra Sharae. And just keep up with me, guys, if you want to see what I'm doing in my life. That's how you keep up with me. My website is definitely how you keep up with me. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed that video, how to break into the fashion industry. Deuces.